We're good to go.
Welcome back. We had a big weekend, a final, big week for United, a big week for City.
Yeah, man.
Let's get right into it.
Nice.
First up, title of the video, you already know, we saw the AFCON final this weekend on Sunday, and it delivered.
The overall tournament was amazing. It's what you look forward to. We always love AFCON.
Yes.
It was an amazing tournament. We should have done more coverage, but we didn't. But we're here for the final. We watched the final, and it was a pretty good final overall. I'd have to say, pretty entertaining.
Absolutely.
A lot of what you want to see. We saw goals from both sides. Drama, the referee played a part for sure.
Back and forth. I mean, this game kind of encapsulated everything that we love about AFCON. You know, you get the little bit of craziness, you get the bit of skill and technique that you don't usually see from a lot of these different players because they're used in different ways for their national team. So it was really nice to see this final end up being a real good encapsulation of the whole tournament so far.
We are somewhat some Napoli fans. We like Napoli. Seeing Hojlund do not so well was actually pretty good because we both were rooting for Cote d'Ivory.
Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire.
Had our hearts.
And that's who we wanted to win. We were happy to see. Big game from Kessie. Oh, man. The goal was phenomenal. The man had an outstanding game. Why he's playing in the Saudi League is crazy. You know what I mean? He's making the big bucks, though.
He really is an integral part of the way that they play. Every phase.
Yeah, the years before. And then when he went to Barcelona, obviously didn't do so hot. Then he's, got his big money in Saudi. But nonetheless, we see Jean-Michel Seri for Cote d'Ivory absolutely balling out. Since the coach got fired, little backstory. Coach gets fired after the knockout stage.
After the knockout, they didn't do so hot.
They continue. They didn't. They got a third place. Third place finish team.
And still won.
Firing the manager. They're on home soil. Now it's crunch time. They get into crunch time. Jean-Michel Seri comes in, turns up for him in midfield. The coach plays a good part. The team played overall. You could say they could do a little bit better, but you know what? At the end of the day, all that matters is getting the results. And that's what they did at the end of the day.
I think so, and it really just goes to show how well these players like each other and how much they like playing with each other. You kind of saw a shift. As soon as the manager was gone, you bring in somebody else that knows these players, that knows this team, that knows their strengths and weaknesses, and gets them to play for each other. I mean, you finish third place in a group, you're definitely not thinking that you're going to go on to win it.
Yeah.
That takes some stick-togetherness. Like, that takes some real glue of that team, and for whatever reason, the previous managers couldn't get it.
And you could tell with their performances, like, they're playing their hearts out every single knockout game. Yeah. Most of them going past the 90th minute. Winning on penalties. They're doing everything they can. They absolutely deserved AFCON final for 2024. Yeah. They played their hearts out. We see Sebastian Haller with a peach of a goal to put him up 2-1. Nigeria scores a goal off a header. Then we see Kessie gets it tied up 1-1 in Haller with like a really crazy goal, just like he did in the round before.
Yeah, just a quick, nice, not easy by any means, a good tap in because he's there. He needs to be. He's in the right spots. Yeah. But I just want to give a shout out to him because the guy had cancer, went through so much to come back, and became their guy. Yeah. Like he is Hojlund for the Ivory Coast. Like this guy is just a symbol for this country, and it's so great to see all the support around him and all of the things that he's had to go through these last 2 years.
Yeah, big up Cote d'Ivory 2024 AFCON champions. Now on to another absolutely spectacular performance from Manchester City. I'm not going to say spectacular. It wasn't a spectacular performance. It was not for sure. We expect more, but a 2-0 win at the end of the day, it shows that this is a championship team. Even when you're not playing. And tell me I'm wrong though. Tell me I'm wrong. You're playing bad.
Championship.
No.
Championship.
They play hard.
No.
They don't play that well, but they do it just enough. Get the 3 points, 2 goals, 2 really brilliant finishes from Erling Haaland. Still top of the league for goals. Kevin De Bruyne coming back, getting yet another assist. This man is on fire. Erling Haaland, hopefully he can start finding that form again and just start scoring like this every game. Just keep racking up the goals.
I feel bad for Everton in a sense, too. Not that they lost, they're down, or they lose 2-0, whatever. But they've really shown a lot of grit and resilience throughout this campaign.
Especially after the 10-point deduction.
Exactly. Like, they're already on the back foot. Like that. We already knew that they were in danger, but at this point in the season, they can start to grind out these decent results. Not that was a good result against City, but it was a decent performance.
Yeah.
They performed well, and they're starting to put some stuff together, so we will not be surprised to see them out of the relegation zone in the next 2 weeks, probably.
It's because they got that man, Sean Dyche.
And as a little bit of bias goes my way, I gotta say, my favorite result of the weekend, United 2-1 over the best London team in the league. That's not correct. I was thinking Crystal Palace. I was mixing them up. Into my favorite result of the week. Obviously, I was hoping for Cote d'Ivoire to win. I was hoping Everton to win, but my favorite result of the week has to be this 2-1 win over Villa. Really, really great performance. Had to have these 3 points.
Aston Villa, team under Unai Emery, have been doing bits since even their Gerrard left. The scrub, get him out, okay? Unai Emery, class manager, gets these players playing well. They've been playing well all season.
Last couple weeks,
little under the weather the last few weeks, as you say, but they don't have the depth of a top 4 team, I don't think. So I don't, what I mean? That's what is making me think they're just not going to get to that top 4 spot. They just don't have enough depth in their team. They have a brilliant coach. I think they can get Europe. I think they'll get a European spot. As of top 4, though, I just don't see them quite getting there, even though a lot of Aston Villa fans think that's where they should be and what they want.
Absolutely. I mean, you go through, you see, there was a picture of Casemiro kind of side-eyeing the Champions League trophy there at Villa Park. I mean, it's not really something that you think about when you're not always in the top 4 contention and you're not always in the European contention, that you got to think they are former European Cup holders. So they have that expectation, maybe not lately, but they now have that expectation to be up there, to be one of the best teams, and I think that they are, and it just shows how class United are.
Oh, he's so class. The 2 goals were brilliant, weren't they?
I gotta say they were. No, they weren't. Haaland had a good tap in from a Harry Maguire header.
Hojlund.
God,
Hojlund, you piece of shit.
Hojlund had a good tap. I mean, all of Haaland's goals are tap-ins anyway, so I probably thought that anyways. Hojlund with a tap-in off of a really good Harry Maguire assist. And then Scotty to Hottie. The guy that you have heard me rant and rave about not being good enough, but this is what he's for. You bring him on in the 70th minute and you say, just get forward, son. Try and win us the game, or at the very least, clatter into somebody and stop a counterattack. That's what he's there for. He's not there to start the games and build up play and develop the play through the team.
He's a shithouse.
No, exactly. You know what he's being brought on for. He knew what he wanted to do. Ten Hag knew what he was doing, and he came through with the goal again.
That's all we have for you this week. We have some Champions League coming up tomorrow for Manchester City.
Some of us do.
Some of us have, Champions League. We got Copenhagen. Hopefully a big win.
Copenhagen away ain't for everybody, It could be a little dicey there. Those fans are serious. And you got the other Hojlund brother there, so watch out.
If it's a class team going up against them, I think we could see a result. But we'll see what happens.